It's that time of the day. That time of the week. And I am going live for our Friday evening chill time, right? I'm just wondering if I've set all this up correctly. Hold on a minute. I'm a little bit last minute today because, I don't know, lots of things to do. How does this work? Hold on, let me turn the lights on. And I don't know, how's that? Hello, with my kitchen. Welcome to this live. I am Sophie, for those of you who don't know me. And I decided about 30 days ago, a month ago, that I would publish on this channel every single day for 100 days. And a few times I went live and I thought this is really fun. So I decided that every Friday now I would do a live stream with you guys. Hey, Georgie, hello. I'm so happy to see you. Thank you so much for your lovely, lovely comments on my videos. Been so nice of you. And thank you so much for your support. And Soapbox Bob, Robert, my friend, so pleased to see you here. For you, it's 10 a.m. exactly. For me, it's the evening. For you, it's the morning. 10 degrees and warming up to 18. Amazing. And I'm pleased to say that Bob, Bob, I know him as Robert, has also decided to go for it and publish every day on his YouTube channel. So if anybody wants to go and check out his channel, if you want to get a glimpse of Canada and what Robert is up to, then I encourage you to go and check this out. I think you are day four today. Excellent. And again, Georgie, I really appreciate your little comments on my videos and all your support. And it's really lovely. But I'm glad I'm sort of making you laugh and smile and, you know. And, you know, to be completely honest, I haven't really prepared much for today because I realized that these live streams on Friday, generally they start a little bit slow and then people join and people ask questions and we chit chat and people comment. And so I thought I will play it a bit by ear. What I will say for anyone joining this live stream or watching the replay, if anybody does, is that I am preparing something for you, for anyone who might need it. I'm preparing, I'm putting together my 10 best tips for getting leads. It's going to be called 10 traffic tactics for struggling affiliates. I think I've called it that. I've been working on this, putting this together. And it's going to be free. I mean, it's just going to be, something you can get in exchange for your email address. I'm putting that together. So if anybody is watching this, watches the replay, and you want that, then you can just comment something like traffic tactics. And when it's ready, I will come back to all the comments and I'll put a link. I'll reply with a link. And that way you can get it. It will be ready in Monday at the very latest. Maybe even before, I'm not quite sure. But anyway, so that's what I've been working on. Well, that's one of the things I've been working on. And yes, hey, Georgie, I'm sure I will. I think you posted a very last comment, right? But like maybe about 10 minutes ago, I think I saw the notification, but I haven't had a chance yet to check it out and like it and comment. You know, I always, and this, by the way, goes for anyone who comments on my videos. I wanted to say, I really always try to catch up with the comments, reply, comment in return, obviously, because I appreciate everyone's support. I mean, I really, really do. I have to admit, sometimes it's a bit hard to keep up, not because I get massives of comments on my videos. I mean, my channel is quite small, but more because there's YouTube and there's also Facebook where I post and try to keep up with the comments. Then there's emails. Some people reply to my emails and I create content. And so, there's a lot to keep up with, and I'm alone. I don't have a VA, so anytime you get a reply, that's me, right? It's not my VA or AI or anything. So it sometimes takes me a bit of time. Occasionally, Facebook also hides the comments. That happens and I just don't see them. But it's not, Georgie, for you, it's not the case. Your comments are fine. I've seen all of them, right? But it's not always easy to keep up. I don't know what I need. I need some better light. I'm not very comfortable here. I think I want to move somewhere else, or I don't know, maybe I am comfortable here. I don't know. I'm just feeling a little bit not very comfortable. Maybe it's where this, I don't know, can I put this further down maybe? There you go. Oh, so, yeah, maybe that's okay. So, Georgie, you're saying, my gosh, you're so positive and absolutely wonderful person. I'm sure your family is so happy to be part of it. Well, I hope so. Nah, thank you so much, Georgie. Thank you so much for your kind words. It really means a lot to me. And, I am generally positive, although I have my bad days. I do have my bad days. But thank you so much. And I think my family is generally happy that I'm in their life. I think. But, we have our little things, right? Occasionally. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And, one of the reasons I think why I'm kind of positive on these lives and I'm positive in my videos is that I really actually enjoy doing this, right? So I really enjoy chatting with people. I really enjoy getting the interaction. Even sometimes it's not very nice, right? Sometimes people are not very nice, but I still kind of enjoy it because it gets me to know my audience better. And I really like that. Georgie, how have you been on that note? How are you in the Philippines, right? How has the weather been? How has your job been? And anyone else watching? I can see that there's more people watching. Let me know, where are you tuning in from? And where are you watching from? What are you up to? And if you have any questions, then fire away, really far away. Soap box, Robert, I'm just going to call you Robert. I shared your Navy SEAL quotes, and folks took it quite literally, giving advice to follow the wind and the water, or to stay put and wait to be rescued. Yeah, that's... Well, thank you for sharing that quote. And it's funny. I thought, so for those of you who don't know what Robert and I are talking about, I did a video that I published on Facebook about a quote. It was a quote by former Navy SEAL Jocko Willink, can't quite remember. To be completely honest, I'd never heard of him, but I then listened to an interview of him on a podcast, very famous podcast called Diary of a CEO. Amazing podcast, I love it. And anyway, he was interviewed quite a while ago, but I listened to this interview, and he was talking and saying, if you're lost in the woods, start walking. And he was just saying, that's what they learn as Navy SEALs, right? If you're lost, you've got to make a decision. You've got to start somewhere. You've got to do something. Because if you just stay where you are, this is not going to help you. You're not going to get anywhere. And you've got to start walking. And even if you get even more lost, then at least you'll know that you're going in the wrong direction and you can change. And he was talking about this very well, and about how important it is to take action, and how important it is to not just stay stuck generally in life, and all that stuff, and in business. And I thought it was a really good lesson. So that's what Robert is talking about. And I thought it was. Georgie says it's getting late here, Sophie. Hopefully if you manage to make a little bit early live stream would be better. We have 6 hours of time difference. Yes, Georgie, I thought, so I've already done it a bit earlier because I thought of you. And in all honesty, it would suit me better as well to do it an hour early. So next Friday, I'm going to try and be an hour earlier than now. Sometimes it just doesn't work depending on my commitments, but I'll try and do it an hour earlier next week. And I'll announce it the way I announced it this week. So yeah, and Georgie, I so appreciate you watching, and I don't want to keep you up too late, and so if you have to go, you just go. We invited to the wedding tomorrow. Wow, you invited to a wedding? Is it friends or around 8 a.m? Oh my goodness, so you need to have some sleep, okay? Yeah, off you go, right? You're going to have some sleep. I'm not going to take it personally, don't you worry. But thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great time. Weddings are something lovely. I'm actually invited to a party as well tomorrow. My sister is celebrating her 50th birthday. She's turning 50 and she's inviting friends, and we get to have a good time. Looks like the weather's going to be nice, which is good. So yeah. So Georgie, no worries. You're one of Nadine's, your wife's closest friends. Excellent. Oh, we'll have a great time. It's wonderful. 50 is a special one, Robert. Yeah, I agree. It is. It's very strange. I mean, for me, my sister, she's just my baby sister, right? She's still really small, but she's turning 50. And oh my goodness, I'm even older, right? I turned 50 in 2020. So it wasn't a very good year to turn 50. Because we couldn't do that much, So I didn't really celebrate it at all. Well, not much. I did manage to go to London actually for a weekend just before they locked everything down again, which was really nice. So that was nice. But yeah, 50 is a special one. I agree. Oh, all the best to you too, Georgie. Absolutely, and yeah, no, absolutely, Georgie. We can always also email Georgie. Okay. Have a great night, Georgie, and a great time at the wedding. You're 10 years older, Robert. Exactly. Wow. Well, there you go. We're almost exactly 10 years apart, Robert. I will turn 55 in September. So yeah. Oh my goodness. Robert, do you also feel like you're still 25? I just do not feel 54. I just don't. That is so weird. And it's only when people look at me and they say, oh, at your age. People start saying, oh, well, at your age, it can't be easy, And I'm like, what do you mean at my age? Oh, that changed at age 60. Okay. Oh, dear me. Okay, I've got to make the most of it. I have to say, I just feel so good. I feel it's sort of strange because I actually didn't feel that good when I was younger because I had a lot of issues in my life, and it was a bit of a tough time. So I'm kind of like, I feel a lot better than I did, 30 years ago. But I'm making the most of it, I tell you, and I'm really looking after myself. So I'm kind of worried that, I want to stay fit and feel good. But I know it's not all in my hands, right? But Georgie, thank you so much for your kind words, honestly. I really, really appreciate you so much too. And what else do I want to say? So, yeah, I've kind of lost my train of thought. We were talking about age. So if there's more people joining in, just say where, how are you? Hey, Alan. Hey, Sophie, quick question. Far away. Lovely to see you. Lovely to meet you. And far away. I love questions. Because they give me ideas for content and they help me help you, right? I can only guess at what people are stuck with. If they don't ask, I don't really know. So far away, I will let you type. So you must never hesitate to ask me questions. By the way, this is just for everybody. I'm a lot about making money online, specifically with affiliate marketing. And I try to help people generate leads, generate sales. I've tried quite a few products. I can answer questions about that. Well, all kinds of things, right? Alan says random, Messi or Ronaldo. Oh my goodness. You have to ask my 12-year-old son. So honestly, I only watch football. Hey, Kelly, lovely to see you. I'm just answering Alan, who's asking Messi or Ronaldo. So I only watch football in the World Cup or the European Football Cup. So I kind of know who Messi and Ronaldo are, but not. I don't really know. I think it's Ronaldo. I think Ronaldo is the one I fancy. I can't quite remember. All these footballers are so sort of handsome, right? So we joke at the dinner table that my son, who's 12, he plays football, and I fancy all the coaches, and everybody in the family teases me, including my husband. Oh, Kelly, it's so nice to see you, Kelly. Kelly, I wanted to ask you, where are you in the world? Are you in the UK or the US? Maybe forgive me if I've asked you the question and you've answered and I've forgotten. I can't, but I think I haven't. Alan, I made you laugh, right? But yeah, I actually really enjoy the football cup. When there's the European Cup or the World Cup, and I like that. I do. But there you go. Oh, Tasmania, Australia, Kelly. I'm sorry. You see, it was not the UK, not the US. It was completely the other side, right? I'm so sorry. Kelly, I have cousins in Australia, actually, but I've never been. I have cousins. Where are they? I think they're close to Sydney, or maybe even in Sydney. Oh my goodness, I'm not quite sure. But I say cousins. They're not first cousins. They're sort of second cousins. I get a bit lost with family things, right? But they're the children of my dad's cousins. So I think we're second cousins. But I like them a lot. They used to live in Switzerland for a bit, and so we got to know each other a lot. Now they're in Australia. They're back in Australia, and seems amazing. Honestly, amazing. Oh, and how are you doing, Kelly? Oh, Emery is here. I think she's not with Stein and class. Emery, a nut. I resent that. Last week you were very nice with me, and you told me all about how nice this live was, and it was a nice change from other live streams, and now you're saying I'm a nut. I resent that comment. But yeah, I have to be a little bit of a nut, right, to do this. I mean, honestly. And I saw there were a few little hearts, and thank you. I appreciate the love. Yeah, Kelly, I need to come over. I need to visit Australia. I mean, obviously, it's very far. You know, it's not like England where I can just take a plane and be there in an hour. But you know, maybe one day, maybe one day. Hey, Aaron, I saw you retracted your message, but I saw that you were asking where I'm from, I think, and I don't mind that question. I mean, I can totally answer, but I'll just let you, you know, say if you really want me to answer that. Sapphire, you say, hey, Sophie, came across you randomly, just wanted to say hi. You seem like an amazing lady, full of life. Cheers. Oh, thank you, Sapphire Design. I love that. Thank you so much. Where are you tuning in from? And do you have a channel? Are you in designing or something? Emery says, I'm a nut too. Nuts are the heartbeat of the world. I agree. Yeah, I agree. We need to be a bit nutty, right, to survive the madness of the world. Oh, no, thank you so much. And you know, as I said, I'm a good sport. Unless it's insulting, I'm fine. I mean, you have to be on social media nowadays. Seriously, you have to just be a good sport, and you have to just take people as they are and take the love and the hate. It's okay. But Aaron, you were asking about to survive social media. Exactly, Kelly, right? Oh my goodness. And Aaron was asking where I'm from. So Aaron, just in case you're still watching, if anybody is wondering, I actually live in Switzerland. I was born in England, in the United Kingdom. My dad was British. My dad died 2 years ago, but he was British. And I lived in Switzerland most of my life because my mother is Swiss. So my parents came here when I was little, and we grew up here with my sister. Then I went back to the United Kingdom. My husband is English, so we spent quite a few years over there, and obviously speak English completely fluently. And then we came back to Switzerland. So I'm kind of, I'm a mixture. And Sapphire Design, it's my work account, Sophie. I'm a designer indeed. Glad you liked it. I'm from the coast of southern India, Chennai. Wow, excellent. That's another country that I want to visit. And I've never been to India. My husband's been, my sister's been, my mother's been even. And I've never been to India. But I think I'd love to go and visit. I think it must be a fascinating country. And that's wonderful that you have your work account and that you're a designer. That's fantastic. That's something I know nothing about. I just go to Canva and I select a few templates, but I don't know what I'm doing. And Soapbox Bob says, tu parles français aussi? Eh oui, je parle français aussi. Absolutely. I also speak French. Yeah, because growing up in Switzerland, I'm in the French-speaking part of Switzerland. So yeah, everybody speaks French here, and I went to school in French, and I'm completely bilingual. I just speak both languages. Emery says, I'd play you a song, but seeing as you're on the other side of the world, you probably wouldn't hear it. Yeah. I do think there's a possibility to to do a joint live stream, I think. So maybe, Emery, if you're very nice to me, I might I might bring you on and you can play another time, maybe. Sapphire Design says, a fellow Canva mind. Yeah. Honestly, Sapphire Design, sorry, I know this is your work account, it's not your name, obviously, but just so you know, I'm talking to you. I love Canva. Honestly, I mean, Canva is amazing. It's just so good. It's got so much stuff, right? I don't know who else uses Canva here, but honestly, if you don't know of Canva, Canva is amazing. Canva.com, Canva.com. And honestly, I mean, it's just, you can do so much stuff, so many things. I'm creating this precisely this little ebook with tips for traffic generation. And I'm just doing this on Canva. It's just wonderful, honestly. MT4PB says, oh my God, Eurovision. Yes. I mean, honestly, I've never followed it much, but of course I've heard of it and I've, seen bits of it. Yeah. And Robert says, I just have the free version on Canva. I use it all the time. I know. I mean, I actually have the paid version just because it allows me to do a few more things. But honestly, even the free version is amazing. Canva's just amazing. It's brilliant. Yes, MTT4B. Yes, Switzerland is hosting it this year. Yeah, I think it's not the first time. I think, yeah, Switzerland, I don't know, it's got a link to Eurovision, right? Absolutely. I have a daughter who loves singing. She sings very well. She's a musician anyway. She loves singing. And yeah, she's done a few contests and stuff, and it's wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. What else do I want to say? So anybody tuning in, don't be shy. Say hi in the comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Ask me any questions you want. If you have any business questions, go ahead. I help people understand affiliate marketing and succeed with it, or at least struggle with it a bit less. But otherwise, it's Friday night, we're just chilling. You're allowed to ask me other questions as well. Kelly, am I creating my own product? Yes. So, I do several things, Kelly. So I've got a few of my own products. And by the way, I haven't forgotten that I want to tell you about this Facebook lead ads one that's almost finished. I've run this as a coaching program, but now I'm turning this into a much cheaper course that people are going to be able to buy. And I remember that 2 weeks ago, I told you it's nearly finished, and it is nearly finished, but it's not quite. And so when I've got that ready, I will let you know. I'll send you a message on Facebook. But so I've got a few of my own products. I've got my own membership, which is you're welcome to check out. By the way, anybody, I mean, I'm not saying to you, Kelly, particularly, but, anybody, sophiescircle.net. It's a pain, I can't put comments on there, but anyway, sophiescircle.net. And there is a link on my YouTube channel. And it's a membership, and it's got quite a few of my courses on there. And we meet once a week for coffee hour. We have a lot of fun. But also, I've got a few coaching programs. And right now, I'm just creating a new lead magnet, really. That's what it is. It's like something I'm going to give away for free to build my list. Because I've got an existing lead magnet, which is how to get started with affiliate marketing. But honestly, it's getting a bit old, and I feel I want to just do something a bit extra for my audience. So right now, I'm just creating this thing, which is 10 how have I called it? It's 10 traffic tactics for struggling affiliates. So to help people with lead generation. And that's going to be, so it's like, I've got the text, I've just got to put it in Canva the nice way. So it's almost ready. It will be ready in like Monday at the latest. So yeah, that's going to just be nice. And I'm trying to niche down a bit, thinking, okay, what specifically can I help people with? Because it's helping people just get started with affiliate marketing. It's very generic, right? And I'm thinking, okay, I'm quite good with lead generation, and following up as well, the email follow up and everything. So I want to do something more along those lines. So yeah, oh, thank you, Kelly. And yeah, I'll send you the link to that. And you on my email list actually anyway, Kelly. So I'm going to give it to everybody on my email list when it's ready, so you'll get it. You won't even have to give me your email address. So I've got it already. Emery says, a personal question, ma'am, and you need not answer it on your live stream if you wish, but do you ever suffer from sadness or depression? Emery, I don't mind this question at all, and I will absolutely answer it because I think it's important to talk about these things. Unfortunately, yes, I do suffer from sadness and depression quite regularly. And I've been quite public about this. In fact, there's some short videos where I talk about this. I have bad days. I mean, I'm in a good time at the moment. But 2 weeks ago, I was having a really bad time. And I actually had to take a week off, just my coaching, because I was just not well at all. So yeah, unfortunately, I have a history of depression. I know people find it hard to believe because I always smile and I'm always happy. I always seem happy, but unfortunately, I'm not always happy. And I've sort of learned to deal with it, because, well, there you go. It's just one of these things. It comes and goes. Sometimes I have bad moments and I look after myself, and I try to do lots of things to prevent it from getting too bad. And yeah, but you say you too. Yeah, you. I'm sorry, Emery. I mean, I think so many more people. And optimal binary. I've seen your question. I'm going to come to it in a second. And MTTP4 as well. So, but just to finish on the topic of depression and sadness, I think so many more people struggle with that than we think. Behind the scenes, I mean, we in this world of social media and everybody looks great and post lovely pictures of them looking great and feeling great. But really, I think so many more people than we know suffer from sadness and depression. Absolutely. So yeah, unfortunately, that's it. But I'm a lot better than I used to be personally. There was a time in my life when it was a lot harder. Now it comes in waves. Suddenly I have a bad time, but it's not so bad, I would say. It just depends. It just depends on what happens in my life as well. I get triggered sometimes by some tough stuff from the past, and yeah, there you go. But MTT4P is saying, I like Gabe Horn. Do you like Gabe Horn? And you know what? I am ashamed to say that I don't know. Is that somebody in the music industry? I don't know. So I've got a lot of things that I don't really know. So apologies, I can't answer the question because I don't know. Optimal Binary is saying, any suggestions on Salesforce marketing automation? So what do you mean by Salesforce marketing automation? Do you mean automation on, how to automate your sales? Is that what you mean? So one of the ways that I personally automate sales is precisely I give away a lead magnet for free, something that solves a problem that people have. And so I give that away. To get that, people have to give me their email address so that I can deliver. It's not a trick or anything. It's just so that I can deliver the lead magnet. So I can give them that thing away by email, right? And then people are on my email list, and then I email people. I have automated email sequences that build a relationship. That's super important. You've always got to build a relationship. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to sell much at all. And then that sell something as well, that make people offers. And that's a way that happens pretty much automatically because once you've created the free thing you give away, and you set up the automation so that people get on your email list automatically, and then the email sequence starts going out automatically, it all happens pretty effortlessly. And with that, I make sales without really having to do much once everything's set up, right? Although I would say, Optimal Binary, that I do email my list regularly. I mean, I try, honestly, to email them 2 to 3 times a week. At the moment, I've lapsed and I'm more in like once a week because I've done other things. I always find that I can't do everything. But anyway, so if I'm publishing a lot more on YouTube, I'm sending fewer emails, and if I'm sending more emails, I'm creating fewer videos. And oh my goodness, there's always something, right? But that is, I would say, the way I automate my sales as much as I can. Kelly says, are you familiar with the Legacy Builder program? I'm not. And I wonder if you didn't ask me this question last time, or maybe not. I don't know. I've got the feeling this name rings a bell, but I don't know. But yeah, let me know. I mean, what is that? Is that something that helps build an email list or something? Let me know, Kelly. And Robert says, Facebook will now email your leads from the lead ads, perhaps taking away the need to use Make or Zapier. Have you heard about this? Robert, I briefly saw a notification about this, but it was like only a few days ago, right? Or maybe a week ago, really recently. And I was going to look into this, and that's pretty amazing, actually. That would be great because it's one less step. And now Emery says, I suspect that you're overly intelligent. Oh, thank you. Or artistic. That you're overly intelligent or artistic. Usually nitwits are rarely depressed, which I suppose is a good thing for them. Yes. Emery, I agree. I think, Emery, sometimes I wonder, we're switching from business to mental health and back again, right? I love this. But, Emery, sometimes I wonder, maybe you've wondered this too, is it what comes first? Do we get depressed because we are artistic, creative, sensitive people, I'd say? Maybe more than intelligence is the sensitivity, isn't it? So does the sensitivity make us depressed? Or do we get... No, hold on. I don't know. I'm trying to think. What am I trying to say? You know what I mean? It's like, what comes first? But, does the depression make us artistic? And, I don't really know. All I know is that creative, artistic, sensitive people very often struggle more than other people to cope with the world, because I once read that depressed people are actually much more realistic than others. They see the world in a more realistic way, but then yeah, they're depressed. I mean, no wonder. It's kind of depressing, isn't it? So I do find it difficult. At times I feel, well, couldn't I just be a bit less sensitive and just be like everybody else? And at other times I feel, well, I see things other people don't. I live emotions that others don't. I think not, that some other people don't. And I have empathy that some others don't, and I'm grateful for that. But sometimes it does make life a bit difficult, right? Yeah, it's always been this way throughout history. I know, Emery. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's true. And Kelly says sensitive people get depressed. Yes, they do. Yeah, I think because there is something tough sometimes about living in the world when you're sensitive. But at the same time, it also gives you so many qualities. It's amazing. So, yeah. um, but what I do find is that, well, Emery, you're creative, right? You play music, you write music, you're creative, and I don't know what you think, or what you feel, but for me, when I can be creative, it really helps, right? So I like writing, I like making videos. I mean, it's not very artistic to make videos about affiliate marketing, but I do have a good laugh at times. And, when I can create something, when I can cook, when I can create something, it really helps me. I don't know, it just makes me feel good, and I like that. So I think, yeah, we need to create when we're sensitive. I think. At least I do. Yeah. Oh, I'll stop talking about this now and let you take over. No, Emery, but I think this is the whole point of these lives is we just talk about things like that, and whatever. Sometimes there's different topics, and I think mental health is a very important one. It really is. And in fact, I mean, I've seen many marketers, business owners, struggle massively with mental health. Somebody relatively well known in the sphere of affiliate marketing had a breakdown recently, and he was public about it. He said, a really bad breakdown. I mean, way worse than what I go through. And it just happens, and I think there's such a taboo around mental health, and I feel like saying, look, why? I mean, why? It is part of life, right? Kelly says, in the time of depression, what are you feeling at times, or triggers, and to think why? What do you mean, Kelly? Sorry. Often it's signs of things we need to deal with. Yes. Yes. I agree, Kelly. I mean, I find that when I get really depressed, it's usually, something I have to work through, or some old stuff, I mean, I've been through trauma, when I was a child and a teenager, and a lot of stuff that, it's not that I'm ashamed of talking about it in public, but maybe won't take the whole live stream. If I start telling you my life story, it's like, there's a lot of heavy stuff there. And earlier in this live, I was saying I'm a lot happier now, and I feel a lot better now at 54 years old than I did at 25, let's say. And that's part of it, right? When I was 25, I was recovering from a lot of tough stuff that went on when I was young. And so sometimes now when I feel bad again, it's often, as you say, Kelly, it's like triggers, past stuff that comes back. Something happens, and it's something I have to deal with and work through. And actually, usually I'm grateful for it, because afterwards I feel better and I let go of something. but when it happens, it's pretty horrible, I have to say. It's like, yeah, I did a little short 2, or it was maybe 3 weeks ago now already. I was, because I suddenly I had a family reunion. There was a massive trigger for me. And I was just feeling so bad, And then I'm creating content, and I'm turning up on social media every day, and it's just so hard when I feel so bad. I find it so hard to just turn up on social media. But at the same time, I've always been one for, I want to share the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? And so I want to turn up anytime, even when I feel really bad, and when I really just feel like crawling under the covers in my bed and just not speaking to anyone. So I've kind of always made a point of doing that. And it is hard, but at the same time, my hope is that it gives other people permission to sometimes share that they're not feeling good. And I'm not saying we always have to share. Sometimes it's good to keep things private. Sometimes we're not comfortable, we don't want to share. But other times I think we stay with things that are hurting us and we don't share them, and we feel so lonely, right? And when you start sharing just a little bit, it's so much better afterwards, because precisely you realize that other people are going through, even oh, sorry, I've got to catch up with the message. I mean, like Emery, he's saying, I truly wish I could be as happy as you look now, ma'am. Oh, that's so kind of you, Emery. And I wish this too for you, And precisely, I mean, I don't know if this is helping you a little bit, but I'm thinking sometimes, Emery, maybe if you know that even though I look happy, I mean, right now, I feel happy, right? I've had a good week, I've had a good day. I genuinely feel happy. And if I wasn't feeling happy, I'd tell you. But I'm hoping that by me just being open about how I feel sometimes and how down I can be, it also, maybe it's helped you to share your stuff as well a little bit. And maybe you feel a little bit less alone. I don't know. And I mean, I don't want to pick on you particularly, Emery. It could be anyone, right, watching this. But really, if you're feeling down, I mean, know that you're not alone. I was talking earlier about Diary of a CEO. It's a big YouTube channel. They've got 10 million subscribers. And this guy who, the owner of this podcast, Steve Bartlett, he's a British guy. It's a great channel. And he posted very recently, he said, I've interviewed hundreds of people, and they're all, powerful people who've got big businesses, who're making a lot of money, who've been very successful in their fields and all that stuff. And he said, but I can tell you that there's one thing I learned from interviewing all these people, is that behind the person you see, there's always a hidden story that is not, that we don't see. And behind the success, there's so many struggles, so many things that are hard, and he said, I've learned that everyone has their, I think he said, has their shit or something like that. We all have our baggage, our tough things, our various traumas, and not everybody's been through trauma, thank God, real trauma, obviously, thank God. But he was saying everybody's been through tough times, and I think that's, in a way, it's sort of sad in a way, but it's also quite liberating and quite reassuring to think we're not alone, right? We're not alone. We just really are not. So we can share that, and that's great, And Kelly, you said you completely understand. Oh, that's great. And I think the world will become a darker place when you're gone. Oh, I do. Oh, Emery, you done with this downer talk? No, it's not. I think it's not down, But yeah, I think it's just the reality of life, right? There's there's light and there's darkness. There's good and there's tough times, and there's 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 laughs and there's tears, right? And that's just life. And I think it's important to talk about it. And yes, Kelly, it is therapy to talk about it. Absolutely, no, absolutely. And I think we can also, I think that talking is great. I think sometimes at the same time we can sort of we can wallow in it a bit too much. My grandfather, well, one of my grandfathers would always say, action is the antidote to depression. And I thought that was so true. So as much as I like to talk about it, and I think it's nice to get things off our chest, at one point I always notice, then I think, okay, enough with this. I'm just going to go and do something, right? And if I can do something for somebody else, it's even better, because it takes me out of myself. And I think, okay, that person needs help, or just something practical, doing some housework or going to repair, I don't know what, something that just moves, just switches the mood. Because I think as human beings, we're active, we need to move, we need to take action as well. And that really, at least for me, that's a good tip. It helps me. Yeah, yes, my grandfather was correct. That's right, yeah. Oh. Oh, thank you, Emery. Proceed with my happiness. Excellent. Yeah, I will. And yes, help others when feeling down. Exactly. That really helps. Absolutely. So for anyone joining, we're talking about mental health at the moment. We've just got to this point. And yeah, I mean, it's lovely to chat with all of you. Coming up to an hour already, so I'm going to have to wrap it up soon. I'm actually getting really hungry. I can feel that I'm talking and I'm getting hungry, and I need to make something to eat. I haven't eaten, well, since lunchtime, and it's nearly 7 p.m. So it's kind of like, yeah, I feel I need to eat soon. Kelly, what time is it for you in Australia? Because I know anyway there's different time zones in Australia, right? So I'm wondering, it must be quite late, right, for you, I think. And it's just lovely to have these lives and have all the people come and go, and 3 a.m. My goodness, what are you doing up, young lady? You need to go to bed. 3 a.m. Oh my goodness. Are you already up, or are you not in bed yet, right? I actually tend to wake up at around 4 a.m. So, and yeah, so I don't know, maybe you've already woken up, right? Oh, that's so kind of you, Kelly. That's just so kind. Oh, I'm so pleased I'm worth your time. Yeah, but thank you, Emery. Thank you. I will keep being a nut with style and class. Oh, and Kelly, you in bed? Well, that's fine. That's the beauty of the internet, right? We can be in bed and watch something, and we can be in our pajamas, and it's fine, right? It doesn't matter. That's a cool thing, Somebody was asking me what do I do, and I was saying, I work, and what I do for work, and I was saying, well, it just I can work from anywhere. I can just take my computer or my phone. I mean, nowadays you don't even need a computer. You just have a phone. It's a computer, right? It's incredible. Oh, but listen, if there's no more questions, I think I will wrap it up. And you couldn't sleep, Kelly. That sucks. Sometimes we just can't sleep, right? But yeah, I mean, I think if nobody has any questions, I will wrap it up. For those of you who are new to this channel, If you want to follow my adventures, you can subscribe. If you want tips on how to make affiliate marketing work or start affiliate marketing, then subscribe as well. I have been posting every single day now for, I think it's the 30th day today, maybe even the 31st. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not counting. I'm just churning up on YouTube every single day. And, you know, my thing at the moment is I'm trying to figure out exactly what direction I really want to to keep going. So I want to keep teaching how to make money online, how to do affiliate marketing, but I also am trying to do things a bit differently. And I'm starting to grow my other YouTube channel, Easy and Gluten Free. So I posted my first video again after 2 years. I posted that yesterday. So I'm pleased about that. And I'm just sharing stuff, you know, I'm just sharing stuff with you all. And if you want to join me in this adventure, if you want to check out my membership, you can simply go to sophiecircle.net. It does cost, just complete disclaimer, it's not something free, but you can just check the sale. I mean, going to the sales page doesn't cost anything. You can check out what it's about. I'd be very happy to have you in my little circle, but there's no obligation. Absolutely no obligation. I turn up here on YouTube for free. And honestly, your support on YouTube means the world to me. And it helps me massively. You don't have to spend any money. You can just, you know, chime in, watch, ask questions, comment on my videos if they're useful, if they're not useful. All that is very useful to me. And my dream really is to grow this channel and grow my other channel and just in a big way, you know. I would love to do that. So I don't want you to feel that you have to spend money with me. If you don't have money, if you don't want to buy anything, that's absolutely fine. You just come on YouTube. That's fine. That's great. That's great for me. And Kelly says that's a great accomplishment. Yes, the posting every day. Yes, I do feel it's quite cool, you know. And I've done it before, Kelly, and well, everybody else, you know. I've done it before. I used to go live on Facebook, and Facebook's actually going to delete all the past lives, which is real pain. But I have downloaded them. I've got them all somewhere, but it's annoying because it was a very good record, you know, it was public out there, all my lives. I went live on Facebook for 535 days in a row. And I didn't miss a single one. I did that for like 18 months. I did every single day on Facebook at the time. And again, I downloaded all these live streams. I mean, obviously, many were very short. Many were not good. I mean, that was years ago. It was in 2019 I started, and I ended in 2020 at some point. I can't quite remember. But now that Facebook is going to delete these, I'm thinking I need to publish them somewhere else. And I have some published on this channel because I've started to publish these on this channel. But then I stopped because it didn't really make much sense to publish all these past live streams on this channel. So one of the things I'm considering is just having another channel just for these, just as a record. So it's kind of public and people can see. Because, you know, I'll often reference these 535 live streams that I did in a row. And I don't want people to think I'm lying or something. You know, I want people to go to the proof. So if they want to, I mean, many people won't want to, and that's fine. But, you know, so I am thinking of doing that, which would be quite a lot of work. But there you go. And yeah, Facebook does suck for doing that, right? It does. I mean, why does Facebook do that? I mean, it irritates me so much. Facebook's always changing things. And I don't want to, I use Facebook. I use Facebook. It generates leads for me and all that stuff. And it's a good platform. But at the same time, I don't understand why they're doing that. And it just goes to show that, you don't own the content you have on these platforms. But by the way, you don't own it on YouTube either, really. But there you go. So yeah, but yeah, yeah, it was quite an accomplishment, Kelly, wasn't it? Oh, it was crazy. I mean, it was just crazy. I couldn't stop, and then in the end, I stopped, and I kind of thought, well, why did I stop? I shouldn't have stopped. But there you go. I've started again now. And just Emery says one last thing, my shrink told me I have a dual personality, so I paid him half the bill and told him to get the rest from the other guy. I love your humor, Emery. That's a great joke. Very good. Oh, you have a good day, Emery. No problem. Oh, well, I think that joke should be the last word, right? I've spoken for an hour. I've got to stop. Thank you so much for everybody who's tuned in. I will be back next Friday for a live stream. And the rest of the time, I just publish either a short video or a longer video. I've absolutely got to make some. Thank you so much for all the love, for all the support. And I'll go and eat. And Kelly, you go and sleep, okay? Have a great day. Have a great night. I'll see you next week. Bye for now. You too. Have a great weekend.